Hello and welcome to Plus Sports on Plus TV Africa on a Monday as we begin a new week reflecting on the recent, just concluded weekend of football and sports from around the world and even right here back at home in Nigeria. Of course, tempers did boil over during this weekend as certain people wanted to get their season going better than pundits and analysts have predicted. Chelsea versus Tottenham proved to be a really fun-packed Super Sunday type of match as Antonio Conte went to Stamford Bridge to visit his old club and their new manager Thomas Tuchel. Harry Kane headed in a last-gasp equaliser to earn Tottenham Hotspur a barely deserved 2-2 draw in a feisty Premier League derby at Chelsea that ended with both managers being shown red cards after the final whistle on Sunday. Reece James seemed to have sealed the points for the dominant hosts with a 77th minute strike after Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg had equalised for Tottenham in the 68th minute. Centre-back Kalidou Koulibaly marked his home debut in style by volleying Chelsea in front from a corner in the 19th minute, and the hosts totally dominated the opening period. Tuchel and Conte were both shown yellow cards for their parts in the ensuing touchline melee after Marc Cucurella had his hair pulled by Christian Romeo in the box while defending a Tottenham corner. It was Tottenham who went home happier though, thanks to Kane. The two managers clashed again after an aggressive handshake before being separated by their coaching staff. Now I have with me Susan Omopeloye on the line today. Susan?
Yes, good morning. I was excited to join your show.
Thank you. Welcome on. When it comes to these derby matches, oftentimes the passion of the players spills over from the pitch onto the touchline, and even the foreign managers who have no background of discord between them do not share in the history of the rivalry between the two clubs. Seem to get in on that, get very invested. Is that what took place in this Tottenham-Chelsea clash? Susan?
Hello, yes, I missed you at some point, yes.
Sorry?
I missed you at some point.
I was saying that it seems to me that the passions of the players infected the coaches, even though they had no history of animosity between them. Do derby matches like these tend to bring out the competitive spirit out of the managers? Susan? Seems we're having a little issue with Susan's line. We'll come back to her. Now, forward Timo Werner scored on his RB Leipzig return on Saturday, but his 10-man team twice gave away the lead to settle for a 2-2 draw against visitors Cologne, and they remain without a win after 2 match days. Germany international Werner, who returned to Leipzig this week, after 2 years at Chelsea, fired a dipping shot from outside the box, and Cologne keeper Marvin Schwerber let it slip through his hands in the 36th minute. The hosts, who drew 1-1 against VfB Stuttgart last week and also lost to Bayern Munich in the German Super Cup, had earlier put the ball in the net through Dani Olmo. But the goal was ruled out by VAR for handball by David Raum in the build-up. Leipzig's lead was short-lived with Florian Wirtz sliding in to stab in the ball for the equalizer 4 minutes later after catching the Leipzig defense snapping. The hosts got into even deeper trouble when Dominic Solsberg was dismissed with a straight red card for elbowing Florian Kainz in the first half stoppage time. Christopher Nkunku, Bundesliga's player of the season in the previous campaign, took matters into his own hands in the 56th minute and put the hosts in front with a fine finish after a run into the box. But Cologne bounced back once more, courtesy of Leipzig's Josko Verdil's own goal in the 72nd minute after he turned in a Kane's corner into his own net. I think we have Susan back. Susan?
Yes, I'm back. I'm back.
I was saying before that Chelsea had to settle for a 2-2 draw, going up against a club that they know very well, and even the passion spilled over onto the side, onto the touchline, infecting the managers as they got into what effectively ended up being two yellow card worthy offences, as they were both given red cards at the end of the game. Do you think that the passions of these rivalries can infect even foreign managers who don't have a history with that rivalry?
Yeah, it was a tense game yesterday for both managers, and Conte returning as the former Chelsea manager to Stamford Bridge, there's some rush of emotion for him as well. So before the game, I said it was going to be a game that shared points, but it doesn't look like a game Chelsea can win with what they've been offering so far from the season leading up into the season. For Spurs as well, they don't look that convincing. The first game they had against Southampton, they were not really convincing. Yes, they won by 4 goals to 1, but it was not that kind of Conte performance from Spurs. So it was just about a balanced game for both sides. Chelsea had everything to win that game. They should have finished it off 3 goals to 1, 4 goals to 1. But unfortunately, they were not clinical with their chances, and they
There,
had to settle
there was
for
a
a
major,
point. But
there was a
I
major
think
incident
all
within
in
the
all,
game. Susan, there was a major incident in the game that
it was a
really
good game. But
annoyed
so
Thomas
from
Tuchel. The pulling of Marco Correa's hair by Christian Romeo while defending a corner. I know that a lot of times these rules about pulling shirts, players being pulled within the box, it doesn't always translate into a foul, but it can. In this instance, a major physical hindrance was committed by Christian Romeo, pulling on another player's hair. How does the referee justify something like that, not calling a foul, not giving the player a yellow card? Susan? Seems we've lost Susan again. Now, in the Bundesliga again, champions Bayern Munich made it 2 Bundesliga wins from 2 matches when they comfortably beat visitors VfL Wolfsburg 2-0 on Sunday, August 14th, with goals from Jamal Musiala and Thomas Müller. The Bavarians, who have now scored 8 goals in their two league matches, were lethal in attack, especially in the first half, with Sadio Mane, Müller and Musiala wreaking havoc in their opponent's box. After Mane had a goal ruled out for offside by VAR, Germany international Musiala showed great skill and power to shrug off 2 markers, stay up and drill in for the lead in the 33rd minute. The 19-year-old Musiala became the first German player under the age of 20 to score 14 Bundesliga goals. The Wolves were soon reduced to desperate attempts at stopping the waves of Bayern attacks, but Thomas Müller, in his 417th Bundesliga game, lifted him to 4th on the all-time Bayern list. Wrong-footed keeper Cohen Castile by stabbing in a Joshua Kimmich shot 2 minutes before the break. Wolfsburg, led by former Bayern coach Niko Kovac, rarely had a look in, with VAR ruling out another goal by Mane for offside in the 72nd minute. Emma Raducanu says she is relishing the opportunity to face Serena Williams in the opening round of the Cincinnati Open. The WTA world number 10, who won the US Open last year, faces Williams in one of her last ever tournaments after the 23-time Grand Slam champion announced on Tuesday, August 9th, that she was evolving away from tennis in a Vogue article detailing her retirement plans. Now, different players, both current and past, have had their say about Serena Williams' retirement, impending retirement. We hope that she does stay around the game and continues to demonstrate for the rest of the sports the humility that brought her into the game, the passion that drove her winning streaks, and of course, all of the energy that she continues to live every part of her life with. My name is Mikhail Tinubu. As always, I'd like to thank you for joining us on Plus Sports on Plus TV Africa. Join us tomorrow as we take on more sports stories from around the world. Remember, life is never boring with some sports. Have a wonderful day.